The following presentation is brought to you by the RELM Network.
All right, it's Thursday, and you know what that means. It's football with Miss Paula. We're going into week 5, and you see it. I'm all in my the Giants regalia. I'm in the hat, the shirt. There's the football behind me, and let's just get right to business. I'm going to talk about my friends at Amazon. I'm going to talk about my friends at Amazon and Amazon Prime. I want everybody to know it's so important that you and your friends and your family support this free show by shopping through my Amazon page. Just click on the Amazon link in the upper right-hand corner at BillDeMottExperience.com. And it'll take you right to your account, then bookmark it for yourself and for me. It supports this free show. Amazon and I are doing business together. Big things are going to happen through Amazon. Or you click on the orange Amazon Prime button on my webpage to start a free 30-day trial of Amazon Prime. That gives you 2-day shipping. It gives you the full library of music, books, movies. Go get Giants gear. I talked to my friend, everybody who's caught up on the Bill DeMott Experience in my podcast, my good buddy Nick Aldis, his book is available on Amazon Prime. Go check it out. So let's get right to the business. I love Amazon. Click on the button. It supports me. I support Amazon. Amazon supports the Bill DeMott Experience. You guys support the Bill DeMott Experience here on the RELM Network. All right. Well, that's that. You know, we always take care of that business first, and now we go right to Miss Paula. These are the things we do every Thursday. The internet blows up and social media blows up because Paul and I have this following now, and every Thursday it's football with Miss Paula, and we give our picks and everything. So Paula, jump on in here and give me. Let's just have it. You've been quiet. Let's just have the joke. Let's get this thing started. So Paula, take it away. Paula, you there? Paula, it's Thursday. Paula. Who? What? Who would? No, Miss Paula. No, Miss Paula, and you're her replacement. So let me get this straight. I'm sitting for everybody on iTunes who's tuning into this. There's no Miss Paula, and there's a puppet. And I'm going to be honest, it's a hand puppet. And it's in Dallas blue and white. And there's a little pink for cancer awareness, and it's very disturbing. And I'm about to do my football with Miss Paula. With Miss Paula's replacement. Oh boy. Well, let me get right to my joke. Do you have a joke? No, I don't have a joke. This is going to be ridiculous. This is going to be the most ridiculous. Why? What? Can you guys see my lips move? No. Can you see them? No. Can you see? No. Okay, let me get to my joke. This is okay, here it is. Here's a quick update. First, let's be serious for a minute. Breaking news. Tony Romo just threw his iPhone in frustration, but it was intercepted and returned for a touchdown. Hey, this is pretty good without Paula. I haven't been interrupted yet. Paula, what is your Paula sock? Is that your? That's your? Yes. Well, Paula, what would you like to? I would like to talk about Paula's picks from last week. Can you hold on a minute? Sure. iTunes, if you're listening to me, I am literally doing a podcast with a sock on my hand. Insert humor at any time. It will be on the internet. I'm all alone in my house with a sock on my head doing football with Miss Paula. Okay, I'm back. I had to talk to my friends. Okay. Would you like to break down week 4? What happened on week 4? Sure. Do you think anybody can see my lips move? Not at all. We don't sound alike, do we? Not at all. I'm Groot. So I love that movie, so I'm going to say. So this is it. This is what's going to happen the rest of the time. I'm going to talk. I'm going to talk to this sock puppet because Paula's not here. Why isn't Paula here? Let's get right to football. Paula's not here because Dallas has just swallowed 2 in a row. And the Giants are on fire. More importantly, in week 4. How does that happen? You're talking while I'm talking. This is very distracting. Where's your glass? It's over there because you're on my hand. How are you going to drink it? I'm going to reach on this side. Now, the trick. Here's the trick, folks. Can this puppet talk to you like Miss Paula would while I take a drink? Let's find out. Dallas. Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. Dallas makes me choke. So right to week 4. Right to week 4. Here we go. Bill is in the lead with 10 wins on week 4. And that brings me to a total of 35 positive choices. Miss Paula picks up 7 and only brings her to 7. Here's the 2 biggest games of the week. What are they? Thank you for asking. Dallas lost to the Saints. iTunes. If you can't see this, you're missing classic action right now. And the Giants, the New York Football Giants, beat the Bills. This is why Paula's not here. Can I let you go now? Say goodbye to everybody. Goodbye, everybody. Say goodbye to Paula. Goodbye, Paula. Say goodbye to the Dallas fans. Goodbye. If Miss Paula's not here next week, will you come back? Okay, goodbye, Paula Sock. Goodbye. Okay, that was the most ridiculous thing I've ever done in my life. And now I feel like I have a permanent sock on my hand. That was the funniest thing ever. That was my wife's puppet from 1947 when she was in the 3rd grade. She doesn't age as much as she thinks. Let's get right to football. We miss Paula. Paula's out. She misses the show. A lot of people are going to get on her, and let's just talk about it. Let's get on her on Twitter. I'm going to give her a lot of garbage. Here's the good news. She's safe. She's healthy. But let's face it. Dallas is getting beat now. We talked about Tony Romo being out and Des Bryant, and as much as I'm a Jason Witten fan as a person, he's playing hard and all these things, but these guys are dropping. These guys are dropping, and they've all got these big contracts, much like most of the NFL. But let's face it, Dallas is in trouble right now, especially NFC East, and the G-men are picking up steam. Here's what I like. Let's talk a little football. Here's what I liked last week from the Giants. The Giants had an opportunity to fall into the trap of the Buffalo Bills, and the game got very, very violent. There was a lot of fouls. I think in the first half there was more foul penalty yardage than offensive yardage, and you just saw the nonsense because armchair quarterback, right? You're sitting here and watching the game, and you're seeing the way it's being played, and you see the personal fouls and unsportsmanlike conduct and stuff. More importantly, after the media chews up Rex Ryan, who I think is a fantastic coach. I think Rex Ryan's a fantastic coach, but the media chews him apart because he supported his guys. I told him be aggressive, all these things. I think the message gets twisted. I don't think he went out there and said, I don't care at what rate you do it, but a lot of people took Rex exactly at what he said, right? They took him at face value. Whole different show. But nevertheless, I think the Bills have a good team this year, but the Giants are on fake. You know, it's always day-to-day. Is on social media. Sometimes not the most positive stuff he could say. He opens the door for a little ridicule, but We have 4 teams that are undefeated. One is the Falcons. The Falcons stomped a mud hole in the Houston Texans last week, and it's things don't start to separate until like week 6, and I think you hear a lot of people say that week 6 is when things get going here. I got to bring this in because this is a very important part of the show with Miss Paula not being here, and this is a horse. And if you listen to the horse, this is my favorite kind of horse. You know why? No cowboy. It's a stick horse. People, props. I'm like Gallagher. Next week at the Miss Paula show, I'm going to have a watermelon and a hammer. Open the door for a comment there. All right, be quiet. I get it. No cowboy. So a little fun at Paula's expense while she's not here. I know I'll pay for that. But here's something before we talk about week 5's picks. Here's something that we got to talk about. I lost this bet, and we're gonna talk about this bet for a couple more weeks till Halloween. But I lost this bet, and Paula was so cocky about making the bet because the next bet wasn't going to be till November. Lo and behold, the Giants play Dallas October 25th, I believe, which is the week before or the week of Halloween. And although on the bet I cannot win and say, okay, I don't honor the bet, because I will honor the bet, but you better believe that I'm coming out of the gate with the bet of all bets. And why I say that now is because we have a couple weeks, and when I say we, I'm going back to my Twitter. Hit me on Twitter at Bill DeMott. All my people, all the democracy on iTunes who are listening. Hit me on Twitter at Bill DeMott. I want suggestions. Go to Instagram. Send me pictures of something you'd like to see happen. Keep it PG, but Instagram at Bill DeMott. Go to Facebook, facebook.com/democracy. Go to all these things, and then go to Paula's Twitter. Go to Paula. There she is at SOPPaula, SOPPPAULA. Give us suggestions on what you want us to talk about and everything, but this is the Bill DeMott experience. And right now, there's no Paula. And while I feel a little weird that she's not here, I got to tell you, there's my Giants football. Here's my Giants hat. There's my Giants jersey. And the Giants are on fire. And we're talking good football here. Now, I want Paula back next week because I didn't waste my best jokes. And personally, I think my hand itches. And I'm going to blame it on the puppet. Can I say that? Is there anybody here? Can I say my hand itches? Yeah. It depends. Somebody will take it the wrong way. But here we're going to talk football, and that's what we do on Thursdays. And we talked about about Rex Ryan and all these things. And there's 4 undefeated teams. I'm going to say it again. I keep talking about Green Bay. Paul and I are always talking about Aaron Rodgers and how he's playing the game, but Green Bay is tough. And who would have thought Cam Newton and the Panthers? I believe it's the Panthers. There's no one's even here. Who do I pay here? I don't pay anybody. That's why I'm here by myself. But the 4 teams that are undefeated, and there's some teams coming out of the win. And then the poor guy from the Dolphins out. I hate the fact that where they played in London. The Jets and the Dolphins played in London. They said by Monday they should know. And I mean, what did they do? Wait till he touched down in LaGuardia and then said, boom, you're gone. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But I bet that's not the first half, right? In a 16 week. By week 8, I bet there's just the go because it's very everything's up in the air. And like I said, it's up in the air till week 6. But like I always do, let's go to week 5 and let's take our picks. And tonight's game is very – it's the Colts and the Texans. I got to be honest. I don't have one of them. Andrew Luck has talked about he will be back and the injury is not as serious as people thought. I'm going to look for the Texans to redeem the Texans. Bills, Titans, I'm a big Buffalo fan, so I'm going to go with Buffalo on this one. And I get to make all these picks, and frankly, I don't care who Paula takes because I'm leading. I mean, I'm crushing her here. I'm up 35-27, and I'm just going to keep building momentum. Titans, it's Bears, Chiefs. I'm going Chiefs because I just don't get it. Packers, Rams, Green Bay. Green Bay is going to be tough across the board. Green Bay would really have to – I think everybody would have to come down with the flupus and sit out a little bit. to let everybody catch up. Saints, Eagles. I got to stay away from the Eagles and go with the Saints, the Cardinals, and the Lions. Right back there somewhere in my office, right back there's a signed football for the Lions. That's a terrible reason to pick them, but that's where I'm going. Broncos, Raiders. Peyton Manning is not the Peyton Manning of 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010. But Peyton Manning can still get it done. And that's the conversation I've listened to a lot of the sports guys and gals talk about it, is that, you know, while he's not the Peyton Manning of old, he's still as good, if not better than half the quarterbacks. So I'm going to go with the Broncos. And then Browns, Ravens. I'm going Ravens. Everybody, I don't think it's a shock. I'm a Ravens guy. I just like the way they play ball sometimes. Cincinnati, I'm going to take Cincinnati over Seattle. Jaguars, Buccaneers. This is like one of those ones like you throw a coin in the air. Paula, I know, is going to go with the Bucks, so I'm naturally going to go against her and say the Jaguars. Falcons, Redskins. Good googly moogly. The Falcons are going to walk all over them. I see that happening in a heartbeat. And right behind them, this week, this Sunday, October 11th, Paula's second favorite team to hate. Actually, probably the first team to hate, second person. Tom Brady and the New England Patriots take on the Dallas Cowboys. Let me stew on this for a minute. Everybody on iTunes, I'm going to make the big eyes and look up in the air like I'm thinking really hard. Let me think this one out. Let me put the unlit cigar. Let me cross my arms. Let me think on this. The Patriots, the Cowboys. The Patriots, the Cowboys. Tom Brady does a tap dance all over the Cowboys' skulls. I'm going with the Pats. And the 49ers and the Giants Sunday night. Come on, G-Men. Kaepernick, I think, is struggling. Apparently, he doesn't have a big fan base. I mean, he's the cap guy, right? He's the guy you give the big contract, a lot's expected, and he's kind of falling by the wayside as well. And then Monday night, Steelers Chargers. I'm gonna go with the Steel Men. This is Paula's other. She wouldn't pick the Steelers if they were playing the Devil. She'd take the Devil +6. Can I say that? I can say that. So that's my picks. So it really doesn't matter what Paula picks next week. We're going to go off of Bill's picks, and then I'm going to naturally just make my lead bigger and bigger. What other football news is going on? The firing, and how about I talk about it in with my moral compass as well, and the media and things that are going on, and you have to. Hey, NFL guys, all you younger cats. Watch what you're saying on social media. Watch what you're retweeting. Fans can piss you off, and if you say the wrong thing, it hurts you a lot. It hurts you in the pocketbook. It doesn't hurt you like the court of public opinion. To a lot of guys, doesn't matter. But if it hurts you in the pocketbook, you'll stop. So watch this. So that's always going to be my thing. Watch what you say. Use the social media. Just watch how you do it. Everything's strong with the Bill DeMott Experience. Constantly editing. We have some good podcasts coming up. I hope everybody caught Mickey James and Nick Aldis. It was a great conversation with two wrestling superstars who were doing good things. You can get Nick. Matter of fact, go back to Amazon and you can get Nick Aldis's book on Amazon. You can order it through there. And Mickey's doing great with the music, and just a lot of good people coming up. I always said don't want to name names because if they don't show up, like Paula, and they, something happens and we have to rebook it, I don't want to throw the name out there and then disappoint anybody. But there's a lot of good people reaching out. We have a lot of experiences coming up. The next experience on YouTube is October 8th. I believe that's correct. Tuesday, October 13th. It's an episode on my YouTube channel. Let me dig that up here. Is that it? Yeah, there it is. So it's YouTube.com/C/The Bill DeMott Experience is my channel. It's free. Subscribe to the show. Subscribe to it. Watch them back from me through, and hopefully I get a football experience in here. I would like to get to a camp. I always shout out to my Skiba boys up there in G-Men country who are keeping it. And I would love to get experience for everybody There's a lot of good things going on. I'm so pleased at the way this season's picking up. I love NFL. I know there's a lot of places that you can go and get the information. Here's where you go and have some fun with it. For the sock puppet taking up some, like it's talking to just heads. The alligator that's a staple in my house. It's on a stick. It's on it. Do you think I can return this? If you do this on a national podcast, can you return? So I now own. The best thing about that horse is no. It's funny. I don't care who you are. So listen, this is Thursday with Miss Paula. Minus the Miss Paula. I think we start a social media campaign right now. Paula, where are you? We missed you. We hope you're okay. But you missed the show. You missed the show. And this is what happens when people make the money you're making on this show. You're a big salary player in the Build Them On experience, and you missed your own show. And now I got to talk to Tagliabue or whoever, the John Madden or whoever is the head of my thing. I'm not going to talk to anybody on FanDuel because we know how that worked out. Paula just got finished telling me she's playing FanDuel, and the cat who works for DraftKings or vice versa, whatever it is, maybe that's where she is. Maybe she's hey, Paula may be on a live thing. She's trying to get in touch with the guys from DraftKings or FanDuel and find out why her money all went into an employee's pocket. Can we say that? Maybe that's what. Maybe she's going to give me an exclusive. Thursday, hit her on social media. It's okay to razz her a little bit. Where were you? We missed you. This is down. Now we know something's up if Dallas goes down again next week to the Patriots and Paula's not back again. That just means season. That's right. I said it. This is in lives forever now, so I said it. So if Dallas loses again next week and Paul's not here, then we now she's finding an exclusive on fantasy football and finding we're a couple 100,000. So until then, week 5, big week for the NFC East. And I'm here, and if the Giants can get going, Dallas, whatever they got to do to keep going the way they're going, is Paul back. Let's have some fun. So this is the Build Them On experience. I'm Build Them On. This is the Build Them On experience. Without. Do what you say what you mean. I'm out.
Visit VinceRussoBrand.com to sign up for exclusive VIP content. You get over 20 new video shows monthly, including Vixens Who Rule and The Swerve, where Vince Russo interviews stars in wrestling and beyond. Listen to Vince and Jeff Lane discuss weekly news and rumors and review Attitude Era Raws. Also, watch the cult hit Bucket Full of Chicken next. Go to VinceRussoBrand.com and click the red subscribe button to join now.